How's the rest of the year going for me? Perfect question. Let's have a look. Just keep it open and just see what comes through and what stands out and anything you need to focus on or deal with. Let's have a look. So this feels about right. Let's have a look. Wait. Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, here we go. The best way I can put it is that over the last few months, well, because, yeah, I know it's definitely been a few months, it feels a little bit longer, but it feels to me that you have kind of like really given out way too much of your energy, way too much of yourself, and things haven't been quite right. I do see that there's a lot of pain around you at the moment, which, again, I know where we're coming from, and it's not, it's like a, I have to be a bit careful of how I say it, but we know that there's a certain amount of physical pain around you at the moment as well, because, well, it's just there, and but also an emotional pain, and things are looking to me that there's a little bit of, how can I put it? Your energy has been drained, not just by a certain person, but also by a lot of other people around you, and it looks to me that you have been trying to, excuse me. You have been trying to really give your all and got very little back, and that's something that unfortunately I do see happening more than I would like to. So sorry about that. But it just feels to me that you needed to kind of like have this period of time to fully learn what you want and what you don't want. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes we're going through a certain amount of hurt, pain, and really bad times in order for us to actually get stronger and more in charge of our own life as such. This card here is telling me that things are not quite as they seem. There has been quite a bit of deception around you, and we do know also who that relates to, because someone here is like two people. There's the nice person that you know and the nice person that you really care about, and then there's also this person who's how can I put it, who's very selfish and only focuses on himself, which is I don't want to give too much away, but it's basically his condition sometimes means he puts himself first and you second, and that's where things have been quite painful and hurtful. But I do see here that it's about making decisions. It's about so sorry. It's about, how can I put it? It's about you really starting to say to yourself, if I want to have the happy life that I deserve, can I really keep things going the way that they're going? And that's where we are at. Sorry, I thought my cough was getting a little bit better, but unfortunately it's not. But that doesn't affect how I'm feeling. It's just like it's on my throat, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is really start being in your power again, being basically your best friend again, because you haven't been that for a while. You have been trying to help everyone else, trying to be there for everyone else, and completely forgotten about yourself. So let's see what else will come up here, because this is basically where you're at the moment. So I want to see what else is coming up. Okay, let's leave it there. The Wheel of Fortune card is really basically saying you are now in a position where you can make the changes you want, where you can start being who you want to be again, and really start being the strong self that you deserve to be as such. So this tells me that things are actually going to be a lot better and a lot stronger for you again, and that you will be in a much better, much happier place where it just feels like, yeah, okay, I can be myself again, I can be happy again, I can actually be in a good place. Let's see if that also involves, you know who. Oops. Okay, the Strength card. Strength is really all about you knowing who you are, you knowing what it is you actually deserve and need. So the strength card coming up is, as I'm asking about a certain person, it really tells me that if you want him in your life, you have to really make sure that this is truly what you want, because his condition is not going to change overnight. And I do see that you kind of letting him go, and then you're letting him back in and all these things. But yeah, there is, the sun card, wow. So basically what I'm saying here is that it's important for you to really start focusing on what it is you want, really going for it. And I do feel between now and the end of the year, things will start being positive. You will be in a much better, much stronger position, and just feel yourself again, really being you again. Let's put a few oracle cards down, just 1 second. Let's see where we're going with this here. Okay, now both of those ones are very much very fitting of what we're seeing. It's very much about you being in this position where you just feel a bit vulnerable, where you feel that you can't really be true to yourself. You can't really be totally happy because there's something not feeling quite right. You're feeling kind of like there's a certain sadness within you. And I know you're a generally very positive person, but there's something in you that just feels like you can't really be truly happy because of too many things that have happened. And I just want you to know that the next few months are really going to be very important for you and very special for you. And as long as you believe in yourself again, you will be going from strength to strength, because after this month, I feel it's when you start feeling that things will start falling into place, and there's also new energy coming into your life, so you will have options. I would recommend a crystal for you, and yeah, it's moss agate. It's really good stone to just be yourself again, to just kind of like bring out the inner strength within you and helps you being you. It's also a very protective stone and a very healing stone. And I know that you need to go through certain things at the moment where you need actually physical as well as emotional healing. So this will actually help you with physical healing as well, and of just feeling more yourself and stronger. So I would really recommend you getting one of those crystals. If you need any help of sourcing them, do let me know, but they would definitely be good for you right now. I hope that helped a little bit, and thanks for your question. What is happening for me in June, July? Will things improve for me? I feel drained and sleepy a lot lately. Perfect questions. Let's see where we're going. I'm using the cat cards again for you, because cats, as you know, are very... Oops, we got a jumper here. Let's have a look at that. Cats are very protective animals, and their energy is really good. And I do feel that right now, their energy is really what we need for you. So let's have a look. So what have we got here? Okay, that makes already sense. Okay, brilliant. So the jumper card really is one that tells us about the inner light that you have within you. And I know we talked about that before, and it's very important that you actually really truly believe in it, because over the last 12 years, yeah, I think that's where what we discovered before. Things have been really, really bad for you. And the last few years, you really started fighting back, and the light started growing within you. However, it's all about belief as well. There's one thing having a light within us, but another thing of actually letting it shine and letting it out. And unfortunately, because of all the things that have happened to you over the last few years, you have, in a way, lost a little bit that belief in your own light, the belief in the spark within you. And so this is why this came up. It really is telling us, you know what? I can actually have the light again, and I can shine, and I can be the person I need to be, the person I want to be, the person I deserve to be. The Ten of Cups is really kind of like, it's one of the more positive cards in the deck. It's actually one of the cards that I really love, especially when I'm looking at someone like yourself, where excuse me, my things have been quite tough, because this is kind of like saying your wishes come true, things will get easier and you will actually get somewhere. So as we ask what will happen over this month and next, excuse me, it really is kind of telling us what has happened is what you want to happen. And that's amazing, because this hasn't really been the case for you for a long time. And it really feels to me that things are really starting to come together for you. And you will start realizing that, you know what, I can have everything I want. Excuse me, but I need to start believing in it. And that's where we're going here. Start believing. So sorry. Start believing and knowing that this is right for you. Now, as you know, I also work in a very physical way. Like a lot of my how I'm feeling things come through in a physical way, and my throat is closing up right now. We have had that before when we did a reading before, but it really is closing up a lot more than normal. And this is not just my allergies or my cough, I feel it. It feels like I'm being strangled as such. No, this tells me that you find it very hard at the moment to really express what you want to do and what you actually want to say. Do try and find a way of actually start speaking out. Start being yourself again. Stop hiding yourself away in your despair of what has happened, what could have happened. I'm not saying it's easy to overcome these things, not at all. These things are hard, they take time, and they're really painful at times. But you can get through this. You can actually start being yourself again. Things will improve for you, definitely. These cards tell me everything I need to know. It will improve and it will get stronger. But you have to start letting yourself in. You have to start letting your light back in. Because all the time you're letting your light be dimmed by other people and by certain situations, which I know you have got not an awful lot of choice over. These things, they're kind of like, it's a lot deeper than just like letting the light shine again. I know that, but I also know that you have it in you. You can actually make this happen. You can actually have the life and the happiness you want and deserve. You just have to start knowing you can. Easier said than done. Now let's have a look at anything else. Now this is actually quite fitting to the whole you feeling very drained, because I know you do. The Hermit card really is telling us about stepping back and actually being just kind of like on our own and such. Now that doesn't mean stepping away from all support systems, doesn't mean stepping away from all the people you love, but it means to have an autonomy, to actually be ourselves again, to actually be stronger within ourselves again. Because all the time you're trying to protect everyone else around you, you're not actually protecting yourself from being attacked. This is about you focusing on you 100% right now. That's not being selfish. That's not you being mean or anything. This is you kind of like saying to yourself and to the universe, I need to love myself first, and I need to actually be the person I need to be and I want to be. Let's put a few oracle cards down, and I will give you some crystal recommendations after this. I've got a few here that I know that this would be really good for you. So let's see. Okay, now this actually is quite good. I mean, both of these ones say already what they need to say. You haven't really been in this kind of like playful, innocent mode as such. You've been kind of like, everything has been quite heavy, hasn't it? And it's about time to let your inner child back out and to actually start being playful again, start having a laugh again. I know you're not in a position where it's easy, and I totally get that. And it's not something, I'm not saying to you like, oh, forget everything that has gone on and just have a laugh or whatever. That's not how it works. We all know that it takes a lot more. But try and be like, flexibility is about the flexibility of the mind. Our mind can can be kind of like trapped in this whole feeling of things being a certain way, and sometimes it needs us to just step away from it and just say, like, actually, what can I do to really make my mind and myself be focused again? And it's about really saying to yourself, I deserve happiness, I deserve fun, I deserve to be balanced again in my life. You are a Libra, you need to be balanced. And I know you don't like what's going on at the moment, but you cannot take on all the burdens and all the stress on yourself. Let your guides deal with it. Let the spirits deal with it. Let the universe deal with it. You deal with you just feeling stronger and better. Let someone else deal with the rest. You cannot do it all. So let's see what I would recommend for you. Let's start off with this. Smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is a great protective stone. It also helps you to really start focusing on things again, because I know at the moment you're finding it quite hard to keep your focus on things, and it just kind of like, it makes it quite hard for you to stay balanced. So smoky quartz would be great stone for you to start feeling the focus again, to start feeling like when you want to achieve something, it really helps you to stay on track and really go for things. Sunstone. Now this is an amazing stone. I have to say it's one of my favorites. I got a few around. This is the only one I can see right now. But it really is about, it's a positivity enhancer, really. It's kind of like, it helps you to stay positive. It helps you to stay, it really brings the sun out as such. It kind of like shines a light on when something feels quite dark and quite suppressed as well. The sunstone really helps to bring the light back out, really. That's the best way I can put it. Let's see. Lapis lazulite. It's amazing for protection. It really helps you to kind of like, when you're feeling quite drained, that's a very good stone to have, to kind of like stop that external draining going on. It stops you from being psychically attacked as such. It's a really good stone to actually stop that. It's also a very good stone when you want to bring abundance in, like especially on the financial side. It's a very good abundance stone for that. And last but not least, I did mention that before to you, I've just got a little egg here. Rose quartz. Rose quartz for you right now would be good, because it really helps to find the self-love in us again. Helps us to start feeling better about who we are, and because you have to love yourself first. You have to find the self-love in order to really put it out again. And over the last few months, you start to get some of it back, but not enough. So work with the rose quartz energy, and let it fill you up with love again, and stronger feelings. So sorry about that. And it will really start pushing you from strength to strength. So those four at this point, I would say, are stones to focus on. I know you already got quite a few. Those ones will be perfect for then. And if you want to add any more, these are the these are the ones I would say look at using around you. Hope that helped a little bit, and thanks for your question.